and back down the midnight green, searching the dark side of the mountain. Through my bones and hair and blood, words rise and cold snatched from my mouth to sink them into the cold black mud.
And you hear the hooting and hollering of some kids coming out of the general store with a bag of candy that they're splitting among themselves. And they are so happy.
Oh, man. I remember that.
Now, y'all don't eat that all at once.
We're going to eat it all at once. We are going to eat it all at once. We're not waiting. And they run behind the buildings.
You'll be so sad later. You won't be able to enjoy the romp if you do it.
William, let them
Just
have
saying.
their fun. Come on, they kids.
I'm
They
just
don't
saying that stomachache ruins the rest of your fucking day.
Well, let them mess around and find out. That's what I always say.
Oh, come now. The children, they only live once. Sometimes twice, but mostly once.
And there's like 8 or 9. They still have a whole year before they go down into the mines.
It's true. They have a few years. Let
them enjoy a romp.
And when the car pulls off, coming up behind, you see a man that you've never seen here before with a big, heavy box and a bit of a hat. Not a top hat, but a bit of a hat. And the box he has these sticks sticking out of it. 3 sticks, smoothly shaped and an odd sight.
Do I recognize this thing?
You would be the only one that might, and I'll give you a roll to know if you know what, you would have seen it. He is carrying a camera.
A camera?
Yep.
Oh, golly. Who is this fellow? I'll walk up to him. Excuse me, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Who might you be? I haven't seen a camera in ages.
Well, I'm surprised in this town you've ever seen a camera. From what the mayor said, they never had a photographer come here before.
Oh, I'm recently arrived. Where are you from?
I'm from, what's the name of that town? Hold on, I gotta get my map. Sedora, thank you. From Sedora.
Oh, you're from town over. And who might you be?
My name is... Damn it. I had it on the... my name is Parcel.
Okay.
Oh, Parcel. It's a pleasure. I'm Evangeline. Tell me, what are you doing here?
I was coming because the mayor wanted to get a photograph of the romp. And then, although I gotta say, I was doing a long exposure photo. I don't think that you know what that means, right? You know what photography terms? I don't.
Probably not.
Have you ever had your photo taken?
Probably as a child. As a portrait with the family.
I was taking photographs of nature last night.
Mm-hmm.
What's called a long exposure photographs. And I think I might have got a photo of that contraption coming from the sky before it crashed, of course.
The aeroplane. Before it crashed, you say?
Yes, and I don't know until I prepare the film.
Would you perhaps be able to provide me a copy of the photograph of the aeroplane but from before it crashed?
And he looks at you for a moment. You look like you might be able to afford a photograph.
Yes.
it cost me money to make one, so we're talking about a $6 or $7 cost on my part. And for me to make any money at all, I would have to charge you $8 for a copy if you could afford that.
Golly,
And that is a lot of money, by the way.
I'm aware. Wow, that is a lot of money for the 20s. Gee whiz. That is a steep price. Might I at least look at your copy?
I'll let you see the photos after I've finished with them, and if you wish to purchase one, I can sell you another one.
Thank you. Yes, I wouldn't want to pay that sort of a price without first seeing it. That's all. Thank you.
Well, I got to get back to the hotel and get my stuff ready to start shooting the romp, so it was nice meeting you.
Yes, here is my card, my contact information. Thank you.
Oh, and he takes your card, and he puts it into his pocket in his vest, and he seems like the card makes him respect you more as someone who could really pay for something.
Yeah.
Like, it'll take me, I won't be able to have the photograph. We won't be able to see anything until tomorrow. It'll take me all night to get the photos, and I got to prep for the romp anyway.
Yes, of course. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And he heads into the hotel.
Lots of funny characters here for this romp.
A whole mess of them.
This isn't normal for. I've only been to a few, but this isn't a normal occurrence.
Yeah,
is
I
it?
mean, it's not that people don't come here from out of town. Normally, though, when they do, they're coming to visit family or something, and they happen to be in town, and the romp happens while they're here. People coming specifically for it, or that's unusual or unique.
It's nice that they all stop in front of us to insult the culture of our city before moving on. Like, at least, you know what you're getting.
I'm not so sure the photographer insulted it.
Oh, you didn't think we had seen a camera before? Sure.
Well, that could be taken that way. It was true, though, except for one of you.
It's because I'm holding a dripping bloody squirrel doesn't mean I don't have a photograph.
Oh, you're still holding that?
Oh, yeah. Waste not one though.
Hey, you can make a nice pie out of that.
I need a little bone needle.
Yeah.
Actually, Jericho, where did that hand go?
Oh, I've got it corralled in a little box underneath where I lay my head at night. Under my bed.
Okay.
Did you want it? I can go grab it.
No, just wanted to know where it was at.
I felt like I should sleep on it for the night, so
Well, it ain't like it's gonna run away, right?
I guess hoping. You might have put your finger on something there, Annie.
Mm-hmm.
William, let's get up to your room. I need to tell
Right.
Juicy where they can get the medicine because everyone's asking her. Nobody asks Jericho. And we can talk about Volney and his birds.
Yeah, come on up.
You
It's
get
gonna
up.
be tight.
You get
I'm
up
gonna
to
leave
the
the squirrel out there, though.
Okay.
Thank you.
In the middle of the road.
Like underneath the steps going up onto
Okay.
the covered deck.
You hide
that
it
people
under
eat on the
somewhere.
patio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right over there.
Yeah. Okay. You're in the hotel room.
All right, guys. I'm only gonna say this once. The speakeasy is called Breaktooth. All right. Breaktooth Blind Pig, and that's about all I can say at this point because I've never been there, but I've heard the name multiple times.
Annie, you've been here a long time and you have not heard that.
Sure. You ain't never told me that one before.
I was hiding in some shrubbery Some well-to-dos walked by talking about going to Breaktooth Blind Pigs to have a snort, and I took note, but I don't have a reason to go there myself. I don't participate in vices. He just eats a couple flower petals, like, very casually.
Well, I don't know. Some of that tea you drink's a bit interesting, but whatever. You know what? I'm not gonna report that to anyone or anything. To be honest with you, I don't really believe in this whole prohibition thing anyway. I mean, if people are gonna do it, they're just gonna do it, and why not just do it in a safe place anyway?
Mm-hmm.
I should say, and Annie already knows, but I do have stashed in the hollow of a tree in the woods. I do have some moonshine that I can get to if needed. So that's something of note, other than going, because if we're being honest, if it's a speakeasy, they're going to make you pay a lot, whereas I'm not asking for nothing.
I just also thought Miss Evangeline could find that information useful in her quest for people's stories. Loose lips and all that.
Ah, yes, I've heard they do sink ships.
Volney, these birds.
Yeah.
Everything makes
Yes.
sense so far today except for the birds.
Yeah. I think, honestly, I'm just sitting on the bed, like leaning against the headboard, just like listening with my eyes closed, because I'm exhausted. I had worked the previous day and then ran around in the woods and put out a fire. I'm exhausted.
Downstairs,
We'll
you hear
dance tonight.
musicians starting to warm up.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, maybe we should catch up on this later. If I don't go to this dance tonight, I'm pretty sure my daddy's gonna just, I don't know, disown me or something.
Of
Oh,
course we're all gonna go. It's romp night.
But,
Yeah.
honestly,
I mean, isn't there a thing about being fashionably late, Evangeline? Is that something I've heard before?
yes, but I'm not even wearing a damn dress.
Yeah, the
Well-
romp, though, it goes all day and into the night. So early, it's more kids and, the non-drinking families and people starting to cook. It's more like a tailgate to start.
Wait a minute, there are families who don't drink? I don't understand.
Yeah, early there's games and stuff. It turns into a hoot after it gets dark.
Miss Evangeline,
Yes?
there might be something interesting for you outside of town.
What's that, Volney?
It's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Be careful, Volney.
Weird? Well, weird I love.
It's like a building, but there's bodies in it.
Like a mortuary or something? Or...
I don't know. There's bodies in it.
Well,
Not alive, I'm assuming.
No, skeletons.
It's a house. People live in it. All right.
well, if there's time before the party, it gets fun, then why don't we go take a look if it's important?
I think it would be important to you at least, for what you're looking for.
Well, thank you. That's kind.
Would this be a place, Volney, we could reach and get back before, the festivities are in full swing? Because it is the night of the romp. Let me remind everyone once again.
Oh yeah, it's the wrong. Definitely not avoiding that.
Probably just forgot a little.
Definitely not trying to avoid that.
It's alright, I am too. Only if you gotta go, I gotta go.
Damn.
Only you said you were going to sing. Come on. You did commit to that.
Yeah, You gotta sing. If I gotta dance, you gotta sing.
Dear Heavenly Father.
How long is it, until you have to sing?
I think at any point during the day or the night, I can.
Yes. And, how long is it to go?
How long is it to reach this?
It's about 2 hours each way to get there and back.
A little too
But
far.
it's also... It's early morning, though.
Well, by now it's not early morning. It's, 10, 11, starting to get in there.
It's a little make it in a normal amount of time that would be reasonable.
Okay, so if there's enough time, we can.
Yeah.
Then shall we?
All right, let's do it.
Is this a walking thing, Volney? All of us are on foot, or we have a singular boat between all of us. But I think that's it for transportation.
Let's walk in.
I could
What
have
do you
used
think,
your
Annie?
freaking... I could have used that boat last night, Jericho. God damn
Well,
it.
I didn't know. I leave it at home for when people need it, but it's not ever.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Annie, William, I don't know if you should let a celebrity with Miss Blanc just wander out into our woods unattended. It would be horrible press for the town and for the romp if something was to happen to her on such a joyful day.
Don't worry, I know where to guide her.
It's more the things along the way.
I'm
Well-
more than happy to, if it's on the way, I'll show you all the hollow. After that, it's on the way, then we can take a quick swig there.
I think I'll be fine. This is not my first safari.
Annie has a very strict guard in every one of his policy.
I'll come along, mostly because there's somebody wandering these woods without a hand, and sure as hell if they come up to you, I can't guarantee what'll happen.
Does anybody actually know where it is other than me?
Do I-
No.
Then I'll
Do
go.
I know? Would I know?
You don't know. You've not heard this thing.
Okay. Nope, ain't heard about it in my life. Volney, you gotta lead the way.
Thank you.
I'll come just to watch squirrels and make sure they're staying peaceful.
Welcome from afar. We're getting a raid from David Tilstra and party. They are
Yeah.
Awesome. So you head on out. You have about a 2-hour walk, but along the way there is something that Jericho, you notice. You go past where one of your jars is buried, right? Except it is unburied. It's dug around, but it's still in the hole, and there is a drag line that points right to it. And the jar is undamaged, nothing hurt about it, but it is spotted at least and dug around, but untouched.
I think that will stop my gate, and more out of spite than anything else, I'll pull out my spade and just start burying it again, while explaining to my companions, 2 things could be a mishap. We've got multiple strange occurrences in the last 12 hours or so, and I don't believe this is circumstantial anymore. Something strange is happening, and I don't just mean the moon.
I don't like it that there's somebody wandering around out there without a hand, and I don't know about anybody else in this town be doing weird crap like that.
Yeah, no one bears weird jars but me. That's strictly a Jericho thing.
I know. I only know you that does it. I don't really know anybody else
It's
that
like,
does.
get yourself a new bit, Granny.
I don't think you own the copyright to that behavior.
That's true. I should probably put a lid on it. But I'm gonna rebury my jar.
Okay. You rebury it. It doesn't take very long. You don't bury him that deep anyway. Anyhow.
Lead the way, Vol.
And you continue on the way. Volney, lead the way, and you can describe what you know. We talked about it. You know what it is. You can describe their discovery.
Let me pull up that map, by the way. I don't remember what direction it was.
Look at that. Volney drew himself a map.
I literally am unable to read this map.
I'm trained in reading.
So it is to the east. So you got to go over the bridge and into the woods. And instead of heading southeast, like where the plane crashed, you'd be heading northeast. So you'd be mostly along the road, and then you'd head off and start heading up the hill.
Let's
I
go.
do have a compass, if that helps with any of Volney's guiding.
I do as well.
Nice.
I do not.
I might have a compass. I have a compass.
We only truly need one, but we have 3 folks who wander the woods a lot.
Let's make sure they all say the same thing first.
Yeah.
I can how to navigate.
Oh, I also know how to navigate. Yeah, the compass I know how to navigate.
Volney, how'd you find this place you're taking us?
Wander around the town.
That's a fair answer. Yeah.
That's how all you seem to find all the things you found. And Volney, as you start to get close, you notice that there are a fair number of crows and whatnot in the trees, kind of following along, or maybe ahead a little bit. May not be more than usual at the moment, but it does kind of remind you of whatever happened this morning.
Not enjoying that.
Oh,
Crows seem to like you today, Volney.
yeah.
Keep an eye out on them.
Mhm.
That is rather strange, isn't it?
And as you're looking at them, you see more gathering slowly as you're walking. In the woods, though, they've got a kind of a roughness here that at this point, and it starts to become more work to climb a little bit. That was shocking color.
I'm trying to get back to the original color. There we go.
Welcome to Germany. We're going into the clubs. You pull yourself up over some of the stones, and once you get up far enough, you realize there's a bit of a path that you could not see without kind of getting around this boulder that is just resting on the edge of the hill. And the crows are gathering in numbers, almost like there's a cornfield there that they are wishing to partake of.
Everyone,
Mm.
everyone, gather in a group. Do not go single file.
Right?
Okay.
I take up the rear.
I'm gonna stick
Oh.
close to Volney with my
I
eyes
was
on
gonna
the
say-
crows.
I'll be like kind of flanking with Jericho.
I am trained in perception. Could I maybe try to see what the crows are doing?
They seem to be, as you're walking, they seem to be sort of flying along the trees and getting ahead, landing up there, and just watching as you go, and then flying ahead and landing up there.
That's it?
That's it.
All right.
And you hit a point where the woods get really thick, and it becomes almost, it's not quite night inside, but it is definitely feeling like dusk. The darkness is strong, except in the light of your flashlight. And the trees themselves entwine over this little pathway that Volney has found. Volney, you feel like maybe a hand brushing up against your hand.
Nope.
Oh, when you look over, you see that William's hand bumped your hand by accident.
Hey, everything, you okay?
Yeah.
I think at this point, gripping the axe a little bit. I'm also specialized in sensing danger. Am I getting some weird...
You sense danger.
Yeah.
No roll needed.
Cool. Cool. Y'all... And I think at this point, like, both hands are on the axe. I don't... Volney, how much further?
How much further?
Hope you're taking notes, Miss Evangeline.
It's not much further.
Always.
Do you think we should turn back?
No.
I'm not liking it.
I
These
will not turn
crows-
back during the light of day from this wood.
But it's not light in there.
And
Well, maybe we'll find this missing person out here. Maybe they got something to do with all these crows being around. Maybe they've been leaving breadcrumbs or something.
Maybe the crows are cleaning off a skeleton right now that fell from its hand wound during the night, and this will lead us to a body.
Can you hand me that flashlight?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm taking it.
Go ahead, you can take it.
Oh, golly, come on, it can't be that bad. And then Evangeline will just go.
I'm going with her. I'm not.
Yeah, Jericho too.
as you step into the darkness of the over-entwined trees, you also feel that it gets colder here than out just a few feet further, because there's no sunlight, so you can feel the cold and dampness. And up ahead of you, you do see, almost like the end of a tunnel, a stonework of some kind with a door. Like a little building.
Like for gnomes?
Not for gnomes. More like the size of an outhouse, but a little bit bigger than that.
Is this the place, Volney?
This looks like it.
Huh.
Still don't
You
like
made it-
this, y'all.
I don't.
Skeleton?
There's skeletons in there.
It behind the door?
Yes. I'll open it.
Do we need to know?
I'm like directly behind Volney with the axe, like prepared for whatever.
One quick moment, Volney. I'm gonna sprinkle a line of salt in the door for after he opens it. There you go. Sorry, I just don't ask.
What? Are you afraid it will be bland?
Always. That's my deepest fear, Miss Evangeline.
You should hire a better cook.
Come on, Volney. I'll even give you a shoulder if we need to bump it.
Open the door.
And as you go to reach for the door, you feel a hand in your hand.
Nope.
Kind of, it's guiding your hand to the doorknob. Oh, you pull your hand, okay.
Sorry, Volney. I got scared.
Oh, I am really not liking this.
Oh, it's all right. I pull out my shotgun. Like, all right.
Is that going to open the door?
No,
If anyone comes out of there, I got this right here.
I'm going to take like my hand, wrap it in like a cloth or whatever, and like
Okay.
just try to open it.
Yeah, and you feel like, you know when someone runs their hand just over the hair on your arm or something? Like you get that feeling, like someone's just running their hand over your hair as you reach for the door.
Ew, ew, ew.
And your hand touches the doorknob and wraps it.
Oh, come on, Volney, open the door.
I'm opening it.
Can I get
Apples raised.
So
I
you
swear to God.
you
Right
go to
forward.
open it, Volney, and it opens and you see what you thought you had seen before. To everyone else, though, Volney is just standing there, just staring at the door.
Golly gee, Volney, and then I will open the door.
And Volney, like, steps back for a moment. You thought you had opened the door, but you hadn't. And then you're kind of shoved aside by Evangeline, who goes and opens the door. And when the door opens, bones and skulls drop out, and you hear a screech from inside like you have never heard. And a bunch of raccoons come running out all over the place. The bones are falling away and rolling down the hill. Volney, these bones are rolling down and hitting your feet and rolling around your legs as they come down. And this building was piled high, head high, full of human remains.
What the blazes?
What the hell?
This place was packed full of these.
Well,
I thought
obviously.
you said, like, 3 skeletons, not
Volney?
Damn.
And
they all look old.
You all feel like when someone runs their hand over your hair on your arm, like you feel a presence that you did not feel before in the dark and the cold, and it is disconcerting at least. Caw, caw! Crows are cawing all around, and they start flying into the crowd of you.
I do not like that.
Can I just shoot one?
You can shoot at a crow for sure.
Okay.
And it's easy
So
to
what
hit
do
because
I-
there's a lot of crows coming into the middle of this group.
Okay. Do I have to roll?
So
for that?
what is your speed?
So my speed is. Let me just pull up my sheet real quick. So my speed is 13, but I have an edge of 1.
Okay.
And
I
let me
don't
see.
roll
Do I have
dice.
any? I also can do a successive attack, so I can take another attack in the same against the same foe. So I guess
Yeah.
against the murder.
Does everybody want to roll a d20 and let me know what your number is?
Yep.
Sure. Also, can someone tell me why there are so many skulls?
I'm just trying to shoot these weird ass crows down for a minute. I got.
No, we don't fucking know what this is about either.
I got a 14, but I'm trained in initiative action. I don't know.
That would be
exactly.
this.
All right.
I am also trained in initiative and also got a 14.
Oh my god.
William.
I am not.
I got a 3.
That makes sense.
That's all right for you, Volney.
I got a 13. Lucky 13 for me.
What did you get, Will?
14, and I'm also trained in initiative.
That is so odd. Which of you has the high? Okay, so when in the game, when 2 or more people roll within 1 of each other, they can choose the initiative that they want as a group. So you can determine who you want to go first, second, or third out of the group.
I would prefer William to go before me because they got that axe.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'm okay with that.
The raccoon and squirrel war has begun, and we all had a hand in it.
And you were 14, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So who is going first between Will and Annie-Lynn?
Well, we both have pretty great weapons.
Wait, did you get 14 too, Annie?
Yep.
I did. That's why I was.
Oh,
waiting.
we got 3 14s. I didn't
Correct.
realize
Yeah.
that. All right.
Surprising. You're more than welcome to go first. You're the one who acted first. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
All right. Okay. I take aim. I guess at the chunkiest part of the murder.
Yep. Okay. The chunky part of the murder.
Yeah, where there's the most bunched up, if that makes sense.
Can you make me an intellect roll, please?
Yes. I'm doing virtual dice today.
And you are doing this against not a hard roll. It's just a 2, so you need a 6.
All right, I got an 11.
Okay. So you realize the chunkiest part is kind of in the middle of the group as they come together through all of you. So you either need to reach beyond all of you or you need to shoot at them as they exit the group rather than as they enter. And exiting would be on the building side of this.
All right. Then I will take aim, take a bullet out, put it in the cartridge, and shoot.
You shoot. Can you? Mm-hmm. You are rolling against a 3, so a 9.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Should be easy to do quite a bit to these things. And you said it's a shotgun or it's a rifle?
Oh, sorry, it's a rifle.
It's a rifle. Okay.
Yeah, it's 4 damage. Wait, hold on. I think I might have extra damage. So that was a 15.
Okay.
Rifle is usually 4.
4. You do an extra one. You get, so it's
and
5.
I do an extra one with wet, so it's 5 total damage.
Yeah.
And then I get to make another attack.
Okay. That first crow is exploded in the air. Okay. In the middle of all the other crows.
All right.
Make me another roll. Between the crow and the boomer, you may be having quite a country dinner.
I know, right? Jericho, fry him up. All right, that's a 12.
Another 12. Mm-hmm. So you rolled a 12.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. Yeah. Boom. 2 crows down immediately, and the crows start to kind of separate in that area. Will, you have your axe, and you have crows, and you have everyone else here.
Y'all, we need to spread out or something. What the? Just
stay together.
Like, just gonna. That's I can't hit things if people are near me. I don't want to hit you on accident, and just kind of like some of the crows that are like a little bit further in between us, and just like goes to smack one with his axe.
So you
not
swing.
really knowing. Not really knowing what else to do and following Annie's suit.
All right. Make me a roll.
Okay.
You're dealing with the same number, a 9.
Okay.
You want to be above that.
Yeah, I can do that. That's an 11. And I'm just attacking with my hatchet, which is a damage of 4.
And your hatchet comes down on some poor bird and smacks him into the ground and splits him wide. 1 bird down from you, 2 birds down from rifle. From rifle shot, Jericho, what are you doing with your army training?
Oh, anything Jericho was planning on doing quickly changed as the very loud gunshots went off by him. And you see his body like react to it, and his hands start kind of shaking, and he's going to waste his whole turn pulling into a corner trying to prevent a panic attack because of how long it's been since he's been that close to gunfire.
Can you give me an intellect roll, please, against
I can.
Against a 5, so you need a 15 or higher.
Edge?
You can use an edge.
All right. So
you need a 12 now.
Ooh, that's a 9 once again.
Okay. Evangeline, what are you doing when 2 rifle shots go off, an axe comes down, Jericho backs away terrified, and you and Volney are standing there together?
Golly, gee, damn. I guess I'm just gonna have to pull out my Derringer, move back, and shoot at whatever they're shooting at.
They're shooting at the crowd of birds, so sounds like a good idea.
Then kill the birds, I guess. So then I'm just gonna have to do that. I guess I'm shooting at birds because that's what we're doing tonight. And I am trained in medium weapons.
Okay.
I'm practiced in medium weapons.
All right, so you are rolling against a 9, and
I roll an 11.
And how much damage does your Derringer do?
Oh, shoot. If only I had an answer for that right now.
I believe it's 2, or I think. Maybe it's 3. Maybe 3. I know it ain't 4, and it's not as powerful as a rifle or the
Yeah,
axe.
let's be conservative and say 2, and
Okay.
I will look it up.
Okay. So your little derringer, you are standing over near Jericho. Another gunshot goes off. A little quieter, but when it's next to your ears, it ain't that much different. And there is suddenly another bird dropped from the sky as the rest of the crows continue the swarm. Volney, what are you doing when you see all this stuff going on and you turn around and all you see is that building and you don't see the crows, you just see your friends sort of, one of them cowering away, 2 of them standing and firing things, and of course you see the sort of black soul that is standing by the door looking at you. You always imagine ghosts would be white, but this one is not. It is more like a black spirit, dark but transparent like a ghost, like you imagined. You know, it could be, it's a booger for sure.
Leave my friends alone, and I am shutting the door.
Okay.
Volney, who are you talking to?
Something you can't see.
And birds are flying through. Can everyone make me a defense roll against a 6?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Honestly, I've been rolling like great all night.
All you gotta do is roll a 6 or more. You're good to go.
Finally.
I do.
I got
I
a
do
20.
have. Hey.
You got a 20. Nice.
I
got
got
9. First success of the night.
Okay.
I got another 11.
I haven't rolled yet, but I do also have 1 armor from my hunting coat
Ah, very nice.
and a 17.
Okay, so your armor and your hunting coat, the birds are not just coming in flying. They're clawing and some of them are pecking as they fly by, using their speed to allow them to do a little damage. You take none with your 17 as they hit your coat and fly by. What did you get, Annie?
I got a 20.
Oh, a 20. Oh my gosh. So
Both got it.
when the shots went off, they made a hole around you of air. There is no birds coming in that space. Same thing with Volney. They are not going in near you. The 11, they're battering you with their wings, but there is no damage coming from that. And what did you get, Jericho?
I got a 9, but I also have a sheepskin coat, which is medium armor.
So even if they were hitting you, you'd be taking no damage. Mm-hmm. So these birds are just coming, though, and Volney seems sort of frozen as he closes the door, tries to, and a skull holds it slightly open, and he can't quite close it. But you can see he is trying to close it, like trying hard.
I'm just gonna kick it. I'm just gonna kick the skull back into the
Okay.
back in through the doors. That way it closes shut.
What's your might?
We're
I
out
think
of
you have a
initiative.
might, right?
I have a thing I can do.
I
Yeah.
have a mod of 4.
Yeah, let's go back to the top of the initiative.
14.
Annie-Lynn is first before you will, because you had chosen
Fair
that
enough.
order. What are you doing, Annie-Lynn?
Uh,
The birds have a bit of respect for you, way more so than as much as they should as just crows.
So I'm wondering, since I'm good at identifying creatures, would I know of something I could do to maybe like scare them collectively away, or
A gunshot usually does the work for, especially with birds.
yeah? Could I make a makeshift like animal call, like a call of like a wolf or some sort of predator that they would be naturally afraid of?
Well, that's an interesting idea. Let me see what you got here going on. So, do you have any kind of, okay, you have hunting, fishing.
Yeah. I have identifying plants and creatures.
That would help
social-
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an intellect roll.
Okay.
I'll do it at a 4, so you need a 12 or better.
All right.
And you can do your wolf or bear impression all you want.
Well,
Or whatever animal you think would work. Eagle, maybe. Who knows?
I got a 4.
A 4. So Annie's making some weird bellows. You're not quite sure what exactly is happening there.
I'm making a duck noise. It's doing nothing.
They are so attracted to your duck, but you did put your rifle down, and they may appreciate that. We're going to move on from Annie-Lynn to Will. What are you doing, Will? Oh, you're kicking the door in, right?
Yeah, we're just shoving that door closed at this point.
Boom.
This is ridiculous.
Your might says
And-
you are kicking that door closed, skull or not. Those are old bones. It just shatters on the other side against the flooring, and the door closes. It's torn out of your hand, Volney, as you were trying to close it.
And I grab Volney because seeing him freeze up a few times and just starts trying to drag and direct folks back out so that we're not around those crows anymore.
What are you doing, Jericho?
Jericho's going to find a moment of courage of faith, and I am going to pull an actual Cypher out of my bag. That is a dried out gourd with a candle coming out of it. And I'm going to, my hands are still shaking, but like he's focused, he's going to get this done. And I'm going to do my come astray Cypher, which will draw the attention of spirits for a long distance, up to 10 minutes. They will be obsessed with it and will just focus on that. So I'm going to stand up from my panic attack and just move out really peacefully, kind of pushing them to the side slightly and softly to get to the front and just set the candle down to distract them from us.
And the rest of you aren't sure what exactly what Jericho is doing, but you do see walking through the door a spirit, black like the night, transparent, and it goes over to this thing, and you have never seen an actual booger in your life, but it is a lot like what you imagine, but it is just different. And it goes over to this thing
right there still, right in front of it.
And it is reaching for it, but it cannot seem to make contact. And the crows suddenly start flying up and away, and they empty the space around you. It is still dark, though, like the night inside this entanglement of trees.
I see you.
Jericho, get out, and like just full sprinting away at this point.
Turn full Ichabod style.
It pays you no mind as it is looking at this interesting thing and tries grabbing at it. What are the rest of you doing? I know what 2 are doing.
I'm like momentarily paralyzed with fear, and I'm like not sure if I want to shoot it or if I want to run, and I'm just gonna be like, and like put my shotgun back on me and just start running.
Okay, while you're running, I imagine.
And the Evangeline runs in, like, punching at individual, like, crows. Like, get out of there! What are you doing?
Perfect.
No!
On their way out, you get a few of them with your hands. It's like fighting off the birds. And Volney, you were pushed away by William, so you were moving. And your hair is standing on end like it has never done before. Worse than before, as a matter of fact. And you are heading down the path. All of you, after not very far, hit the point where the darkness stops and that sunlight of the day is just bright on you and is almost blinding, and you realize how dark it was in there. It was much darker than you had imagined in the first place. And the pathway is heading down, so it is quite a steep bit of jumping and running. You might slip a little bit, maybe cut yourself a bit on the slide down, but it is an uncomfortable, rough run down, and boom, boom, boom. You pile out and head down the hill.
Could I have found a handful of feathers from the crows and all of the chaos?
You could find a handful of crow feathers right here, since they were all along this place.
Yeah, I'll take them. Keep them for later.
Now, what was that?
Yeah,
Volney,
what-
was this a trap? Did you try to trap us, Volney?
No.
I believe we call that an attempted murder of crows.
Romp canceled.
Ross.
Evangeline,
Yes?
you remember how last night, I was telling you about the angel that I saw in the mines?
Yes.
That ain't no angel.
The crows or something else?
The thing that came through the door.
That wasn't right.
No.
Oh. Golly.
Mm-mm.
Golly.
You're gonna have to be a little more careful out here, Volney. That wasn't an angel. It's a safe statement.
Yeah, that shit ain't right. Like, and you can see, like, any visible skin, like, goosebumps very visible on Will. Mm-mm.
Well, I don't know angels from assholes, but that was certainly something else.
Well, at least they got distracted with that old piece of vegetable.
Yeah, thanks for that, Jer. And,
Yeah.
Just a little gourd, a little snack filleted.
Thank you, Jericho.
yeah.
Moonshine?
Well, yeah.
I thought you'd
Yeah?
never ask.
Okay.
And you head to the
start-
holler. You head to the holler where you have your moonshine hidden, and you pull it out.
I have a few cups stashed back there too.
Oh, fantastic!
Here. I like this one. This one fits my hand the best, but
It is a
cheers.
It is a
As-
big jug of moonshine, like a big jug.
As Dickens wrote, God bless us, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's have a small cup full of flower petals.
Only
I-
is
No judgment.
1,000-yard stare, not doing anything, just shaking a little bit.
Volney, are you okay?
Maybe.
Can I get my flashlight back now, please?
Yeah.
Would you like a sip of liquid courage?
You may as well have some if you're going to be singing later tonight.
Yeah, I need all the help I can get.
Give it to me.
I got you. I can. It'll be dancing's a lot easier than singing. It'll be fine.
Jericho prepares to help Volney throw up in the bushes.
Volney downs it without coughing.
So Jericho, you get to put your practice to work there after the alcohol is imbibed at the speed or the rate at which it was. A moment later, you see Volney heading to the bushes.
I'm gonna go like on all fours and like crawl just right down next to him, and I would like to use hedge magic to make a little bunch of flowers just float in front of him while we're on our vomit fours, where nobody else can see.
Okay.
I just be like, Volney, look, it's a intellect, 1 intelligence point, but I have an edge. in
Okay.
Intellect. So I can just make small little tricks
Yeah.
happen. It's a special ability.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Volney, look, there are angels. And I want to make a bunch of pollen, like, around it.
Please don't play with me like that right now, Jericho.
I just want you to not be afraid of magic. Just be afraid of darkness.
I'm not afraid of what you do.
Here, let me hold your hair real quick.
Voila! into the bowl of flowers.
I mean, I can make them float all the way around it. Just a spiraling little pile. And then I would try to like keep that just between Volney and I if possible.
While that's happening, I think I'm looking mainly to Annie. Have you seen anything like that before? 'Cause
I've never seen.
Okay, good.
No, I mean,
Thought I was losing my goddamn mind.
Other than those strange folks with the hats we saw standing around the plane the other night, I ain't never seen anything looking like that. No.
The what?
You know, you haven't seen them.
The
Yeah.
what?
Yes, that was strange.
They're wearing hats, kind of like this, but they were dark.
They're not people.
I'm sorry?
Standing around the plane. You ain't never seen them? Or was that... Oh, Jared was... Were we the only ones that seen them?
I know. We saw a bunch of barefooted and top-hatted individuals run off into the forest right when we saw the plane wreck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not people. They ran more like deer than humans, if I remember my inner narrative.
Maybe I should tell him, Jared, about the other stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, it's best not to keep secrets. I think you probably should.
So, y'all ever hear about feral folk live around here?
Heard the legends.
I mean, it's not surprising,
Well,
Be like- but okay.
a couple of times, Jared and I, we go out in the woods. We jump out for them. They come, they collect it, and we seen footprints running off. They always take our packages, but we ain't never seen them.
Been a
They
little
think-
project game of ours for a while now.
They think this pig is a package?
Oh, Daisy?
They might. They don't know what belongs to them. Hell, I don't even know who they are.
Be honest, Annie, I doubt there's a pig.
Oh,
my-
yeah, that's air quotes. That, yeah.
Oh, yeah, clearly
That
that
ain't
was
no
some
pig.
sort of lie. Yes.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Daisy's code for another monster, a creature named Daisy.
I never seen a pig scratch like that before. They can't do that with their food.
Unless it has different hands, Annie.
Yeah.
Or some sort of claw.
Yeah. I ain't never seen a ghost like that before, though. I ain't never seen anything like that in my whole goddamn life.
While we're talking about weird shit, have y'all heard about any curses or anything around here?
Not that I've heard of.
Have I?
Nope. You
No,
haven't.
I've heard of none. What are you speaking of?
Well, back home, about 20 or so years ago, all the kids started just coming out girls. So people thought our little area was cursed for some reason and started leaving. I've been looking for answers.
Why would that be a curse?
Is
Hell
it like
if I know.
2 families are having girls or like 100 families? are having
Everybody.
all?
Everybody
but,
having girls.
but the town's
Right.
not like 2 families. It's bigger.
No. It's smaller than Guilty Hole, but not much. Say, maybe 5 or 6 families?
Huh.
You have a lot of siblings yourself, William?
Older brother, myself, and then... Now I'm trying to remember. 3 sisters? I think I said it was 5.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
3 younger sisters.
Huh.
That is interesting.
Or lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
That is weird.
Hmm.
Would I know of any sort of magic or hex or blight that would have the precedent of such an outcome? With my magic and lore biz.
You've never heard of anything like that, but that doesn't mean it's not a possibility.
All things are possible for those who believe.
Correct.
Even witchcraft. That's interesting, William. What do the doctors say?
We don't have no doctors.
That could be it.
What? Not a single doctor? The entire town?
No, we got some of the older ladies who help deliver the kids and everything, but we don't have no doctors.
A midwife? Like it's 1433?
Hey, midwives been delivering babies around these folks for as long as I can remember. Midwives are fine.
Yes, Miss Evangeline, about 80% of our local births are through midwife or grannies of a sort.
My apologies.
Your Bostonian comes through fully. Bostonianness.
So you came here to figure something out, William, or you just got out of town?
Well, some people did the math and put it together that not long after I was born, this started happening. So then they were saying that I did something, like how am I supposed to know what the fuck I did? And so I left. One, because folks were getting spooked, and two, because you need to know what was going on. Figured some more learned folks might know.
That doesn't even begin to make sense. How could you be the originator of the curse when you're an infant? It would have to be your father or your mother or something. Like, they would be the ones, and then you're the last male, and then everyone else. It doesn't. It's ridiculous.
Strange things have happened in these woods, Miss Evangeline.
Hence the Billy thing. Back home, they still call me Little Billy. Because there haven't been any other Williams, and so it's a thing.
What's the name of this town, William?
Did we ever come to a consensus on what the name of the town was? I forgot.
Oh, Jacksonville? I've heard of Jackson.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll send it to you when I get it. I don't want to go look it up. It's just take me time to look up, and I'll take away from the time.
Yeah, no worries.
The last son of Jackson, just here among us.
Well,
That's why I'm
maybe
here.
we should head back into town, honestly.
There's a romp coming.
Yeah,
There's a romp.
you love to remind us, don't you? There's a romp coming.
Oh, bless
Here.
the days
Here.
of the romp.
And
Can't you just
haven't
feel your
even
spirit
changed.
needing to be raised?
For Annie, I'll get you another cup. Then we can head out.
Please.
And damn, Annie, we don't even have any lipstick on. How ridiculous is that? For a dance.
You know, sure as hell, I ain't no lipstick wearing type. You have all the lipstick you want in the world. I ain't wearing a lick of makeup and never have worn a dress in my life.
What?
Nope, never once. Why would I wear a dress when I'm traipsing around in the woods all the time, get snagged and caught up on everything? I ain't wearing no dress.
For a dance? Not a lick of lipstick or rouge? Or...
All right, I'll brush my hair and I'll tie it back in a braid. Is that enough for you?
My God.
Annie, have you been drinking?
I maybe have. I don't drink much moonshine very often. In fact, I never drank moonshine very often.
Oh.
So yes.
Well, Annie, you know, maybe you should have some water first, and I'll bring
yeah.
extra.
Let's
I don't
just
know, whatever.
We can keep an eye on things and maybe cut her off here at this point.
I swear she's just like her dad on his medicine. It's adorable.
Hey,
Obviously, family.
I guess it's all in the family then, ain't it? If everybody gets drunk, everybody has morphine.
Well, I think we found your slogan if you ever run for office.
Feeling fully responsible for accidentally doing this, I will pick her up and start carrying her out of the woods.
William, if you could get her to the inn of sorts, I'm gonna probably have to go get a dad before the romp. I don't know if he can move around on his own.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Just like feeling very awkward now. With like.
Somebody grab a gun.
Where
Somebody-
did I? Where did
Her
I-
gun
where
is
did
strapped
I-
around her.
Yeah.
Hey, you want my gun here? Hey,
Okay.
Hey, it's fine, you take.
I think like he puts on her hat, which is actually a little bit too small for his head, so it kind of sticks up at the top.
There you go. You're the new game warden now. Congratulations.
I'll wear this
William.
with honor, and just full bridal carry, but not in that sense. It's just carry.
Yeah. Just carrying.
Yeah,
Well,
just carry it. It's fine.
My God, your police can't hold their liquor.
I'm happy to hear them all laughing. I think as they're making their way, Jericho maybe hangs a little in the back and just stares into the woods with a more seriousness, having not drank anything, just eating his flowers.
Well, you will be going by your little abode on the way to the town, so,
That's fair.
you know.
I think he's just glaring at a newly revealed foe of the woods.
And Annie, you get carried all the way to town by William, who is very strong and can definitely handle that. Volney,
Great boy.
you and Evangeline head in. Evangeline is, well, I don't know, concerned about Annie's ability to handle rouge and lipstick
I'm also lightweight.
and a lightweight.
The last part's a surprise. The first part, less so.
Miss Evangeline, would you like to go to the dance with me?
Aw.
Volney, you're so sweet, and I would be honored.
Aw.
Thank you.
And as you all get to town, you can see that the romp is going, the music is playing, kids are dancing and singing, games are happening, food is there. TJ Booker, who you know that name as the previous proprietor of the tap room, has a truck out there that is of course closed and nothing's going on there, and people keep coming to visit him. And Jericho, you are near your home, and what are you going to do while they
I think
head on?
If we're all going in a group, I might actually even invite Miss Evangeline in for a moment, and because I do have some books.
Okay, so
and
you
be
and,
like,
and Volney then would... Volney's there too.
but more in a quick passing, like dropping off
Yeah.
the stuff to
Okay.
go. But Miss Evangeline, I have a few books. Should you ever need to look through them, I know you wouldn't expect it from the outside, but there's some things you might find interesting. Not tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
Oh, fascinating. I'll happily stop by. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I know how to read in the whole day. It's amazing what you find in these mountains. And then drop all my gear and go in for the dance with everybody.
So when you go in, you hear
Like fingers in sand.
maybe.
First things first, I will look under my bed at a hand that has a circle drawn around it.
Yeah, and you open up. There's a hand in the middle of the box. Still it ain't gone. And as you're staring at it, you see its finger twitch. And this is
Quite
where
right,
this is
quite
where
right.
we'll break for the night.
Oh my heavens!
I fucking knew that hand was gonna be alive.
Of course.
Thank you for the raid, Empatheater, and from Pfarr Podcast. It was awesome to have you come by tonight. Both of you have great shows. Thank you. We'll be here next Tuesday. We are just getting started with the weird things going on in Guilty Hole, West Virginia. But it was
Great game, everyone.
Great game.
Why don't we have everyone go around and say who they are and where they can be found once more time before we finish it up. So we can start and go backwards. Volney, you can go first this time.
Wait, no, we missed Billy.
Okay, Billy, you can go. You're going to throw off my order.
Matheson. I'm Celina. You can find me at ABCDFAR on Twitter, at ABCDFAR11 on Instagram. It has been an honor and a pleasure to get everyone drunk tonight. Thank you.
That's always an honor and a pleasure.
Exactly.
I eat flowers.
All right, All right, now you're up, Volney.
Hi, I played Volney Hale Rogers tonight. You can find me at Jellyfishlines, most places on the internet. And I'm so happy my boy had his face shaken, and he's going to deal with the repercussions of that.
All right, Evangeline.
Hi, I'm Juicy Garland. I'm a Boston area drag queen and super nerd. I played Evangeline Antonia Blank. And you can find me on the twitter.com at JuicyGarland, on Instagram at juicy.garland, and just follow me for any other streams that I'm on. I am excited to be playing this, and see you next week.
All right, and Jericho.
I'm Jericho Eligast. You can find me in the plant-covered shed at the edge of town, and I will be at the romp tonight. If you would like to know more than that, you'll have to tune in next week.
And Annie-Lynn, you are...
Well, I'm Annie-Lynn McSweeney, and I'm going to have a hangover at the dance, so you better see how I'm going to be able to handle that next week. Tune in, and you can find me at Lady 80, as in the number 80 paints, on all social medias, except TikTok, because boo. And I stream, I paint, and I act.
Every good romp starts or ends with a little bit of a hangover.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.